Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's been a few weeks. We have a lot to get to today. It's going to be a busy show here on Sports Junkies with myself and my esteemed co-host who still continues to do this with me. I still can't figure out Mr. Josh. All right.
What's up, buddy?
We got a lot to get to on this show today. We have been out for about 3 weeks now, so obviously I have everything here that you need to know. So today on the show, a lot to get to. We're going to talk NBA as we are finally on the point of what we like to call the final run of the regular season, as we're only about less than a month from the end of the regular season. Yes, so we'll get into that. We'll talk Cavs as well. Talk about I ended up catching most of it, but I did not know the game went in overtime. A very exciting Lakers-Denver game last night. And then we get in the second part of our show to the part where Josh is going to dread, and he's got to talk about the crew, and it has not, let's just say it's been a very sour start to the 2026 campaign. That's why Josh keeps going like this to me. And then we'll lighten it up. I have, believe it or not, let me see, I think I have 3 races I have to catch you guys up on. I will also have the updated top 10 point standings for you guys, give you the next 3 races, which includes today's race. And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You're going to have to wait. We will talk NFL free agency as the league year just opened, I believe, last week. We'll talk about NFL free agency as I have it up here on the tablet. We'll break down some of the big free agents that moved and signed under other places. And it is time, because we are about 2 weeks away from the MLB opening season. We'll go through some teams, predict some records, and I think we're going to go down through at least the AL. We're going to predict wild card and division winners. Yep. Predict them. We'll just throw them out there, see what we want to do. I'll have that stuff up here on the tablet as well, so we can kind of get an idea. Thanks to my wife for my tablet. Appreciate that. All right, Josh, let's get into it. NBA. Let's talk this NBA. So obviously, we're at the point of the year where we are at, obviously, fantasy playoffs. Okay, so we're getting down to the end of the year for fantasy playoffs. Yep. Cavs, I think, have found themselves. I think they're, the injury bug is hitting them still. Jared Allen's out. Jalen Tyson's day-to-day. But, Donovan Mitchell's healthy. I don't think James Harden's 100% healthy.
Well, he also has a broken finger.
Right. But the Cavs are still, I think, 41 or 42 and 25. Now, granted, they have lost more games than they did all of last season. Yeah. But the injury bug has killed them. Okay? Yeah. As it did in the playoffs this time last year. We're going to wait and see, is this Cavs team better without Darius Garland, or was they better with him?
Well, you also have to remember, too, Garland was injured most of last year as well.
True. So, we don't really know.
But also, really, okay, going back to last year, Cavs fans will remember the big 3. Yeah. Garland, Allen, Mitchell. Yep. Those 3 were primarily injured for most of the season. Mm-hmm. Allen especially carried over into the postseason, I believe, as well as Garland.
Yeah, Garland's did carry into the postseason, and then Mobley ended up getting banged up in the playoffs himself. Yeah,
so that derailed our...
Any hopes of a championship. Yeah. Any.
Now, granted, obviously Cleveland swept Miami out the building.
Right.
But injuries caught up to them in the second round, and they lost to Orlando? No. Who was the second? Indiana.
Sorry, Indiana. No, you're good. It was Indiana.
Talk about a year turnaround for Indiana, too.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about Indiana, too. Like,
injuries.
When you look at Indiana this year, they were, I think, a 50-plus win team last season. Okay? When you look at this season, okay, obviously with no Halliburton, they don't have Miles Turner. He's in Milwaukee. Now granted, they still have Pascal Siakam, but he's battled.
He's battled injuries because I have him on my fantasy team.
All year he's battled injuries. And then Zubac got traded from...
Clippers.
Yeah, my wife has him.
Yeah, your wife has him.
he got traded from the Clippers to the Pacers to maybe kind of bolster that rebounding. But he's also been injured, so that doesn't help.
And they're in last place right now.
Yes, they're a 15-52 ball club. Twist that last year. They had 50 wins last year.
That's incredible.
Can you think about how a year changes everything? Just like this, like toasting a little light bulb real quick. Whoop!
Yeah.
That's it.
Just like that, man.
Right, just like that. So the cool part is as we are down the stretch run here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I will actually look this up right now for you people out there. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. I think the Cavs' last game is sometime in the middle of April.
It should be.
Which usually that's when March Madness is heating up, which we will talk about that at the end of the show because that will be on
tonight.
Next week's episode.
Yeah.
We'll talk March Madness. So Sunday, April 12th is their last game at home versus Washington. So they're playing Dallas today after they were in Dallas on Friday night. So they're playing today versus Dallas at 3:30 on NBA TV. So Friday night, they won 138-105. They are now 41-26. Okay?
Yep.
Mobley had 29 points. Mobley had 29 points Friday night, okay? It's nice to see Evan Mobley back and doing what he's supposed to do. Evan Mobley also had the team high in rebounds, and Donovan Mitchell had team high assists with 8. Okay, so he had 29 and 7. Evan Mobley did, and Donovan Mitchell had 8 assists. But if I'm not mistaken, Donovan Mitchell he was in the middle 20s because he got me high fantasy points.
Yeah, he did.
So when we look at today, obviously they're playing Dallas, who we know the news that Kyrie Irving is not playing the rest of the year.
Nope.
So Dallas is really banged up. They don't have Klay Thompson. They don't have anybody. So they're playing on a complete skeleton crew. And the Cavs are relatively healthy. I think no Jared Allen today again because of his knee.
No.
Jalen Tyson's questionable with ankle soreness, which that's okay. But James Harden's there, Donovan Mitchell's there. Evan Mobley's healthy. So I think they're going to be okay. I think they beat Dallas today.
By the way, though, I will say I'm still impressed that Harden is playing with a broken finger. Just saying. Even though it's his non-shooting hand also. Yeah.
It's funny thing is he's 36 years old, too. So a broken finger, man, that could be a lot of pain when you're trying to shoot, even if it's not your non-shooting hand.
Yeah, you still got to hold the ball.
Yep. That's a lot of pressure on a broken finger. So I'm going to run down the next few games for the Cavs and see kind of where we think they could maybe trip up and lose. So obviously they're versus Dallas today. Milwaukee, and not happening. They have not had a good year. Okay.
They've had an up-down year because of Giannis.
They have a three-game road trip at Milwaukee, Chicago, New Orleans. Okay. Watch Chicago.
Chicago might be
Chicago got off to a good start, but they've kind of come back down to reality a little bit. Orlando, I think that's where they could trip up.
Orlando stuff.
Yep.
That's where they tripped up last week.
They get a back-to-back, not really a back-to-back, but 2 times in 3 days they will play Miami at home.
Bam Adebayo.
Yep. Talking about the 83-point performance, that's why he said that. You guys get a chance. Bam is now, I believe, second or third on the all-time game scoring list. Second. Behind Will, that I just don't think I don't see nobody catching.
I don't think anybody's gonna ever score 100 anymore.
I just don't. I mean, I'm shocked he got 83.
Same.
Okay, he beat Kobe by 2 points. Kobe did that years ago, and mind you, that no disrespect to the league now, but the league was tougher than it is now.
As a side note, though, they are investigating as to why he got 40-something free throws,
which is a lot of free throws for an 83-point performance. So, yeah, that one, then the thing is, they're still investigating that still. And I've heard nothing about it. Nothing's come about it. Right now, his 83-point performance stands.
Yeah.
He also did, I think he had 13 or 14 rebounds, too. So, that's good. Bam's a damn good center.
He's a decent player.
Okay. Probably not the right team.
Yeah.
I think if you put Bam, and I hate to say Boston, should put Bam in Boston, or are you putting him with the Lakers right now?
Oh, Lord.
I think he'd be good, So, back to this. Yeah. So, and then we play at Utah, at the Lakers, and at Golden State.
Utah should be a win.
Utah should be a win. The
Lakers will be tough.
At LA after they just beat Denver last night in overtime.
Yeah.
Be careful.
They'll be tough.
So, and then we'll move on a little bit and do the rest of their schedule because it's not that much. April 5th versus Indiana.
Win.
Okay. April 6th at Memphis. Could be a win. Watch this one because it's April 8th and 10th at and versus Atlanta. So versus at Atlanta. And the way I was about to say the Falcons. Not the Falcons. Wrong sport.
The Hawks.
It is the Hawks. Okay. They've played much better since they got rid of Trae Young.
They have.
Okay.
And Trae Young's with the Wizards.
I didn't think that Trae Young getting traded would be that massive a difference. But they brought C.J. McCollum in, who went off last night. Jalen Johnson's found himself down there.
Yeah.
And I believe, last time I checked, Atlanta's now 36-31.
They still have a decent center, too.
Right. They still have a decent center.
Kwangu guy.
Yep.
Who I have.
And then their final games against Washington.
They'll rest all their starters, whatever they get out of that game. They get out of
that game's probably going to be
it's also
wash.
It's also fan appreciation.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. So, when we take a look at...
You might play the starters for a quarter.
Maybe, if you're lucky.
That.
Right, if you're lucky. So, what I like to try to do, especially this time of year, as we get basketball kind of winds out, baseball fades in, we talk about standings are vital this time of year, especially in the NBA.
Yeah.
So, when we take a look at the East, okay, the East to me is always kind of top heavy.
It is.
Okay. So I'm gonna read this off to you. So right now you have the Pistons, who nobody thought would be as good as they are.
Not me either.
Pistons are 48-18 on the season. They have a 4.5 game lead over Boston.
Wow.
Okay.
That's impressive.
Right. Boston's 44-23 and rode the ship without
Jason Tatum.
A returning Jason Tatum last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got the Knicks, who are 43-25. Kind of a wild card with them because you don't know what you're going to get.
They're up and down too because Cat's been injured.
Yep.
Bronson's been injured. Yep. Ogunjobi.
The only one that has been reliable, I have in my fantasy squad, is Mikal Bridges. Mr. Reliable. You know, that man's played, I think last time I checked, he's played like 500 and some odd straight games.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He's healthy.
Yeah, that's pretty good, though.
So then we're going to go to the 4 seed. Cavs are the 4 seed this year, not the 1 seed. 4's fine.
4's okay.
At that point, we can host a home game.
Yeah.
No, host a home series.
Yeah.
Because, we're in the top 6.
Yeah.
And then it's Orlando at 38-20. Now, they have battled a lot of injuries this year.
They have.
Banchero's been injured. Jalen Suggs has been injured.
I had Suggs for a time, too. Yeah, Suggs has been injured.
Jalen Suggs has been out. They have dealt with some serious injuries. And for them to be 10 games over 500, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the team that a lot of people have been surprised by, who have been this team swept the Cavs.
They did.
Toronto. Okay, Toronto's got really nobody. I mean, let's think about it. They don't have a superstar.
Scotty Barnes.
Besides for Scotty Barnes. Yeah, but they do have R.J. Barrett. But R.J. Barrett's been battling injuries all year. And it's been that kind of year to see that, the Raptors sit at that 6th spot. And I was like, wow, I'm like, this is insane, So we go to the 7th seed, and here we go again. I swear to you, I think this is coaching here.
It is.
7 Miami.
Spoelstra has always been
Spoelstra.
He's been consistent.
What is up with it?
No matter what team he has, whether it's with LeBron or pre-LeBron, with LeBron, post-LeBron.
Right. Like, wow. And then we go to the 8th seed, which is the Atlanta Hawks. Okay. Now,
they're scrapping.
Just a few weeks ago, oh man, did you say the perfect word? Scrapping. Just a few weeks ago, Atlanta was actually below the 10 spot.
They were.
They've won 9 in a row.
They have.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
They're like, I think they have 1 loss since the All-Star break, from what I heard last night when I was watching the Lakers and Denver game last night.
Wow.
The Sixers are 36-31. They have been battling out of injuries. Embiid can't stay healthy. Paul George, he's missing 25 games due to it was something drug related.
Oh yeah.
But he's out. Tyrese Maxey's missed time now. And they're still 5 games above 500. And then your last team that could make a playoff berth, and don't fall off your seat when I tell you this, Charlotte Hornets.
They've been on a tear lately.
They were a bad team last season. Okay, they were a bad team last season. I'm gonna tell you how bad they were. They were 34-34 last season. Okay, I'm gonna take you back to the 24-25 season. The Hornets were a 19-63 ball club. So now let's turn the clock, and let's turn the clock to this year. They're a 34-34 ball club. They've already almost doubled their win output from last season. Okay? And obviously you have the Bucks and the Bulls who are still alive for a playoff, but it's very slim.
Speaking of the Hornets, though, I think they'll have the Rookie of the Year in Knoepel.
Yeah, and LaMelo Ball. Dude, he's balling down there.
Yeah, no pun intended, but yeah.
You know, he's balling down there. Yeah. No pun intended. And then obviously the only 3 that are eliminated is the Nets, Wizards, Pacers.
Yeah.
No surprise. Okay. We're going to flip over.
I can't wait till you talk about the West. Keep going.
So Josh loves this when I do this to him. Josh loves this when I do this to him every year because we get down to this time of year and I always call this, I'm about to put my rope up, this is the wild, wild west. Okay. Sit in your chairs and just wait because we're going to break this down because the top 8 seeds or top 10 in the West is ridiculous right now. So obviously the Thunder, as expected, are winning. They're probably going to win the West. They got a 3-game lead. They're 52-15. Very good basketball team. But the team that has surprised everybody, the San Antonio Spurs, 49-18, and Wembanyama has not been healthy all year, and they're still a 49-18 ball club.
Yeah.
What a turnaround from last season. When I think you told me they won like 30 games last year.
That's really the surprise.
What turnaround? What turnaround? Right. So now the Lakers, they're 42-25. That's good. I mean, obviously, you know, DeAndre Ayton, he took a lot of scrutiny at the beginning of the year, but he's really found himself over the last couple of months here. I think he's found himself and suited himself well with the Lakers.
Well, you got to rave about your wife's player.
Austin Reeves, dude. That dude's a freak, man. Like, I watched him last night. That's the first time I had a chance to watch him all year. Dude's a freak, dude. Like, that dude will take shots that you were just like, huh? The big thing is that Luka Doncic trade has seemingly just worked out for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Has worked out perfectly for them. And then, you know, this is the debate we'll get into. 41 years old. Has Father Time started to catch up with LeBron yet?
He's coming off the bench.
In spurts. It's catching up with him.
Yeah.
But you still see those flashes of prime LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
But I really think Father Time is catching to him. I think next year's it. I think finally LeBron James will come out and say, that's enough. We're done. But the thing that everybody, and I'm going to ask this, and then you guys can answer that question, especially you big basketball junkies out there. Josh and I'll answer it right now. Does LeBron stay in LA because he has the right just to opt out? Or does he possibly, with the rumors going around, does Cleveland sign him to the bare bones veteran minimum, which at this point, LeBron James don't care about money, just to retire in Cleveland? Does he ride out the sunset in Cleveland, or does he ride out the sunset in LA? What do you think?
Hometown kid, hometown retirement.
I could see it happening. Okay, Josh, that's a really good point. Akron boy, he has 2 stints in Cleveland. The first one, obviously, did a lot of winning, but the way he left wasn't good. You know, Cleveland fans were burning his jerseys, blah, 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 blah.
Joke's on you guys, by the way.
What's he do? Goes to Miami, wins 2 titles in Miami.
Yeah, easily could have won 3.
Could have won 4. I think he could have won 4, really. Let's get realistic about it.
Yeah.
Comes back to Cleveland, and what does he say? At this tenure, I will bring you guys a championship. A lot of the Cleveland fans are like, bleh, bleh, bleh. What's he do in 2016?
Exactly what he promised.
Brings Cleveland their first ever championship.
And we beat the best team ever, historically.
Yep. And it took 7 games, and we come back from a 3-1 deficit to win that too. Wow. So LeBron has done a lot for Cleveland, but he's done things out in LA too.
Yeah.
So there's that toss up of like, oh man, does he stay in LA? Does he do this? Does he do that? 50% of me says he stays in LA, just finishes it out. 50% of me says he comes back to Cleveland and says, okay, sign me to the veteran minimum, and I'll come off the bench and finish it off.
I'm leaning towards like 70, 30, 80, 20 that he comes back, but that's only because, again, hometown kid, hometown retirement.
Sure. And before we continue our show here today, unofficially, our show today is unofficially sponsored by Mountain Dew, as it is every single week. Unofficially, of course. So, I figured I would do it right now. Oh, yeah, cheers. Go Mountain Dew. So, here's the deal, and here's my thought process about where we're at with the Lakers. I think their transition defense is one of the worst in the league. It got proven last night when they played Denver. Yeah. A lot of times they had to play transition defense, and it just wasn't working. Nope. Okay, now, that being said, they do have one of the better scoring offenses in the league. Right now, they are averaging 116.5. Okay,
points per game.
Yeah, which is, believe it or not, oh man, wow! I tell you, the Western Conference is really close here.
Yeah.
Right now, the Nuggets are averaging the most at 120, and then it's it's the Spurs, Oklahoma City, the Timberwolves, and then it looks like the Lakers. The Lakers are giving up 115.3. While Oklahoma City's only getting up 107. So
that's some defense.
That's a gap.
They do have some defense, though.
That's a gap. So number 4, the ageless Kevin Durant leaves Phoenix, goes to Houston. Okay. I have Kevin Durant. I have Jabari Smith Jr. both on my fantasy squad.
Don't they have Jalen Green also?
Yes, they have
Jalen Green.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Houston Rockets now sit at 41-25. That is 4th best in the West.
Now, if you would have asked us last year if we saw the Rockets finishing in the top 4 this year,
nope. Mm-mm. Here we go again. Now the number 5 seed is Timberwolves. Now they have played some really good ball.
Again, it feels like we're talking the constant theme with most teams, but they've dealt with injuries too. Anthony Edwards, who else did it? DiVincenzo.
Yeah. Naz Reid's been in and out.
You used to have Naz Reid. Also, they still have Gobert.
Yeah, 2 or 3 time Defensive Player of the Year. But my problem is Minnesota's a great regular season team. I need to see them in the postseason do something.
Same.
Okay. They have veterans. They still have Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Mike Conley's 37 years old. Mike Conley's been around a long time.
Way to make us feel old, man.
You remember you and I remember when he was at Ohio State.
Yeah. Yeah. In March Madness.
So then, obviously, last night after Denver's loss, they fell to the 6th seed. Now, they had an opportunity to get up as high as a 3 seed. That tells you the gap between the 3 seed and the 6 seed out west.
Yeah, because the top 4 division winners get the...
Yep.
No, that's not right.
Well, no, because right now, Oklahoma City and the Spurs are both in the same division.
Yeah, I was about to say, plus, on the east side, Detroit and Cleveland are in the same division.
Yep.
But they're just separated
by
3 spots.
You have Denver, that one loss dropped them all the way to the 6th seed.
That's just crazy.
Tight.
Yeah, okay. It's tight in the West.
Now, who would have thought, after what all happened, Kevin Durant leaves. They trade Bradley Beal. Devin Booker's been in and out of the lineup all season long. Okay, bad injuries on that team. Dylan Brooks is out right now. Okay, he broke his hand. Okay? The Phoenix Suns, right now, if the playoffs were to start today, are the 7th seed out west.
The play-in tournament.
39-28. Granted, Devin Booker's back and healthy. I have him on my fantasy squad. But that's the messed up part. So you have 7 seeds right now that are at or above 10 games above 500. That tells you how wild the West is. But we're not done talking about wild. I hope you guys are ready for this. Now we're getting into the real wild stuff. The 34-33 Los Angeles Clippers, who got off to probably the most atrocious start I have ever seen in my life. They let Chris Paul go. They trade James Harden, and guess what? Yeah. They're a game above 500.
Yeah.
And Kawhi Leonard's actually been healthy for the most part. I mean, he's missed some games due to knee injury management, and that's okay.
And they traded for your healthy / unhealthy point guard, too.
Garland's played well since he's been there.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And because you brought it back. I did. I let go of him, then I brought him back.
You only brought him back because you couldn't play, you weren't going to be able to play, you were just talking about it yesterday. Because he's not playing. Oh, Kyrie Irving.
I wanted Kyrie so bad.
You wanted him so bad.
Then I found out he was out for the season. That kind of shot my season. So now this is where the West gets really wild. Because somehow, as of right now, they've lost 4 in a row. And this is despite Steph being in and out, losing Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And Mr. Technical Fouls.
Draymond Green.
You got it. They're 2 games under 500, but they're right now a number 9 seed out west.
Dude.
32-34. Okay? That's Golden State.
Look at last year. What was their record last year?
So let's take a look at last year's record.
Because I know they weren't this bad. I don't think.
So the 24-25 season, the Golden State Warriors were 48-34. They were the 7th seed in the East last year.
Above 500, though.
Way above 500. Okay.
This year,
obviously, injuries, dude. It's. I hate to tell you,
it's just a common theme.
It is injuries. I'm telling you.
Year to year is so different.
Right. So, the number 10 seed. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Okay. They got a decent young core out there in Portland. Okay. Obviously, Damian Lillard's not going to play this season, but for him to return home, I respect him coming back home. Absolutely. Game time. Love it. The Portland Trail Blazers at this point hold down the number 10 seed out west by quite a bit. By about 8 and 7.5 games.
Wow.
Because then the next set of teams, I'm just going to go quickly in order here.
Yeah.
Memphis, Dallas, New Orleans, and Utah, and Sacramento. Sacramento, not really their fault. They're 17-51. Sabonis is out for the year. Levine's out for the year.
If you can't
2 guys I picked up.
If you can't tell, this guy's had a rough year in fantasy basketball a little bit.
But I'm still in the playoffs as the number 2 seed.
He is.
Behind Cheater Pants over here. So.
You're the one that created the league.
But you okayed it.
I did.
You're my co-captain for that.
You even traded for Joker.
Yeah, and look what he's done for me in the playoffs so far. To think about this Western Conference, so we're not, right now, obviously, at any time Memphis, Dallas, New Orleans, and Utah, they're all going to probably get eliminated from the playoffs here at some point.
Yeah, they are.
Because Portland probably will hold down that last spot, barring any type of 10-game collapse.
That'd be a lot.
So we look at these standings, and I love the fact that we were able to have fun breaking these down. That we're at the point that we're now within the final month of the season. Yep. These teams are going to push harder. Teams are getting healthier.
Yep.
Look at Boston. Now they get Jason Tatum back. Now it makes them even more of a vital threat to the Pistons in the East. Okay. And I still think the Spurs, despite Oklahoma City and what they did last season, watch out. Okay, Oklahoma City's still the best team in the West, but the Spurs...
I think the Spurs will be their big... Honestly, I'm going to say it right now. Right here, right now. I think the Spurs will be their biggest challenge.
I think you get Spurs. I think you get Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals.
I can see it.
And I think that series goes 7. There's no question asked. It will go 7.
Unless Wembanyama gets injured.
Unless Webby gets injured again, which highly could happen. So, a prediction. Eastern Conference. Who you have potentially going to the Eastern Conference Finals? With what you have right here. With what you have right here. Let's say the playoffs started today. This would be the 7 through 10 would be your play-in, obviously.
Yeah.
But just pick 2 teams you think would be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm not going to say Detroit, only because they're young. I'll give them that. They're young.
They're also improving.
They are improving.
Unproven.
But, unproven. Sorry.
Unproven. No, you're okay.
But I'm going to lean, for me, I'm going to lean on experience. I always lean on experience.
Uh-huh.
Boston's going to be at least there.
Boston will definitely be there.
Who's
going to challenge them?
Gosh, man. See, that's the real question. And honestly, I want to say the Knicks, but I just don't feel that strong about them. And that's only because, again, injuries creep up. Mikal Bridges is their most reliable player that hasn't been injured for most of the season.
All season.
Mikal
Bridges has not been on the injury report at all.
It'll take one injury for either Brunson or Cat, and that team just totally looks way different.
Yep. Especially if it's Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, I think, is the locomotive of that.
He is. Oh, yeah. It's not Cat's team. It's Jalen Brunson's team. I don't care what anybody says. It is Jalen Brunson's team. So I'm going to go with you with Boston, okay? Because what do I always say? What is always my number one saying? You want the man, you got to beat the man. Well, you haven't beat the man yet, so guess what?
Nobody's beat the man yet.
Boston, I can see him being back. Now that Jason Tatum's healthy, dude, there's no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
But this is that wild year where I'm just like, okay.
Dude, I honestly can't definitively say. I want to, of course, our hearts want to say Cleveland, but.
Of course I do. But here's the problem I have.
It's just tough.
Here's the problem I have. If Cleveland gets banged up with injuries again, and let's say they get Orlando.
We've seen the second round exit.
Yeah, we see second round exit again. It's that simple. So I can see if Orlando can get healthy, they're really physical.
They are.
And Boston got proven that last year. Okay. Yeah. Orlando can be a very physical team. Yep. And if there's anything that I would like about Orlando getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's their physicality. They're like the Knicks, dude. The Knicks are a physical basketball team.
Yeah.
So I think how do I want to put this? When you talk about teams getting to the Western Conference Final, or Eastern Conference Finals, excuse me, especially in the East, it's about physicality.
Yep.
Okay, not that we're the West. Any of them teams can make the Western Conference Finals. Okay, any of them. Okay.
Physical or not.
Physical or not. But when you look at the East, I want to buy the Pistons so bad. But I feel like the Pistons are going to be like that regular season team that comes up and just finds a way to lose. And no, that is not me being a Cavs fan, and no, that's not me being a Pistons hater.
Yeah, but also look at what happened last year. The Cavs
had a number 1 seed by a mile.
Number 1 seed by a mile all season long.
Yeah.
What happens in the second round?
So we got
injuries, getting bounced by Indiana.
So I think the ultimatum is this. Okay. Tell me if I'm wrong. The ultimatum is this. When we get to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals here in late May, okay, this is a situation in my heart. I feel out of any teams that make it, who is the healthiest? Who's the healthiest? Is it Detroit? Is it Boston? Is it the Knicks? Is it the Cavs? Is it the Magic?
Yep.
Is it the Raptors? Maybe one of those playing teams decides to sneak up on you. Not that it's happened. Right. It could.
Yeah.
You're talking about Miami. It's still Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Okay, still Eric Spoelstra.
They're a well-disciplined team.
Very well-disciplined team. Charlotte, I think they're too young, and they have no playoff experience.
They're young.
So
they'll get bullied around.
The Sixers, they have some playoff experience, but I can't trust Embiid to stay healthy.
I can't either.
Okay, the Hawks could be a team that could surprise a lot of people. If they're getting it figured out like they are now, and let's say they somehow push their way up in that top 6, I think you may want to watch Atlanta. They might be a team you want to watch. But the Eastern Conference, to me, is really up in the air. Other than Boston maybe going to the Eastern Conference Finals,
yeah,
I couldn't tell you who the second team would be. That's my problem.
I don't like Boston. I respect Boston. I don't like Boston.
Respect, yes.
But given the history of the playoffs and how teams have played, well, going on what he said earlier, Boston is the man. You have to beat the man.
Period. That's it. It would just like right now. So your teams that went to the finals last year was OKC. I don't remember who went in the East. Boston. Okay.
Or no, sorry,
no,
Indiana.
It was Indiana.
My
Okay.
bad,
Oklahoma City.
my bad.
Oklahoma City right now is the man.
Yeah.
In the West. And the league. You want the man, you have to beat the man. It's that simple. But when we're breaking it down by conference, Boston, you are the man in the East. We are gunning for you. You are the man. We have to beat the man first.
Yeah.
The West, it's Oklahoma City, but the Spurs are saying we've beat the man all 3 times this year out of 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have beaten the man. We
not
know
afraid.
how to beat the man.
They're not afraid of the man.
They're not afraid of him. That's discipline. So this is going to be a fun ride. I'm going to bring these up because you were saying before the show that you'd like to try to do this every weekend, which is I'm fine with that. Maybe kind of keep it so we're not having to do this, so we're not having to sit here and be doing what we're doing and catch up on 3 weeks worth of stuff. So this is going to eventually start turning into a weekend show every weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. I try to just do it after work on Saturday.
Yeah,
done with it.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Because I usually have to leave about 1:30 at work anyway. So, or if I'm off, I'll just come over and we'll do it. Or the next time, it might be at my place.
In his gaming room.
In the game room. Yeah, so you might see some games in the background. All right, so we'll talk NBA throughout the next few weeks because now it's getting hot. So now we're going to add it to the segment list because it's getting hot. We try to do everything that's hot, you know. Obviously MLB's starting to get warm. NBA's getting hot. NASCAR's hot. And the crew, not so much. Speaking of that, guess what? You can sit here and do this to me all you want. We'll talk NBA over the next few weeks, but guess what it's time to do? Okay, hold on. I really wish I had some type of theme music in the background so I could go da 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 da. All right, Josh. It is now officially your turn to talk crew. Have at it, buddy.
All right, here, we're going to start with this style first.
All right, folks. He's doing that on purpose,
All
right? Before he even says a word, okay? I'm just going to put this out there, okay? I'm going to let him, here in a minute, just take this over because right at this point, I really have nothing left to say, okay? But he's got plenty he wants to say, okay? And I'm just going to put it this way to you, ladies and gents, okay?
Painful.
That's a good one. I was going to put it this way. So the crew in 4 games, their season has been... And now I'll pass it off to you.
That's very accurate, actually. All right, well, honestly, I was really hoping last night I was going to talk about a win, too, and mixed in this muddle mess.
We were both hoping to win, trust me. And it was looking so good. At least a draw.
Yeah, another draw. But no, unfortunately, the team to start the season is 0-2-2.
That means no wins.
No wins.
2 losses, 2 ties. Hasn't been winless in 4 starts since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about weird? You imagine what the crew faithful are thinking. You and I.
Oh, dude, I read there are some message boards I read every day, and it just makes me cringe.
Yeah, it's like we're not. I don't want to put this. We're not used to this.
We're not.
We're not used to this at all.
We've been through the Nancy era. We were spoiled. I mean, rotten spoiled.
Absolutely.
Shoot, the first game I took him to was in the Nancy era.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiled.
Yeah. When you look at I love the fact that we're talking about we talk about I hate bringing up the past, but we talked about the past, and the league championship and everything that Nancy did. We're 0-2-2 this year
under a new coach,
and I'm sure we're probably close to the bottom of the league because we don't have a win yet.
No, just 2
this
points.
is not Columbus Crew soccer.
Not yet. Now I will say this: despite last night's loss, which I'll get to, now is still not, it's still not the time to push the panic button yet. But don't get me wrong. We've been down this road before where you think you see sparks of hopeful offense, and it's non-existent.
Right. So, well, you know what? Before you get to the first 3 games of the year, we will talk about last night's game because I had it on while you were gone, and then you got home and was able to watch it because I didn't know they played at 5:00 yesterday, and so I love the effort. We put in good effort. I was very pleased with the effort.
Yeah, let's just talk about let's just talk about this right out here right now.
Sure.
The MVP of yesterday's game, aside from that last little
it's Schulte.
Patrick Schulte. Save after save after save. He kept us in the game for a while. Like kept us at that 0-0 score, which also let's be frank here.
Go ahead. I know you don't want
I still hate this rule to some extent, the offsides rule.
Which
it feels like they
first in was not offsides.
I feel like they pick hairs. Like this is the hair they pick, and it's this big when it comes to offsides. A fingernail.
Yeah. And he wasn't offsides. I hate to tell you, I'm sorry.
I don't think he was offsides either, but you know what? That's what the refs deemed offside. The ref deemed it offsides. He got called over to the monitor for obvious reasons because everybody in the replay booth, he got buzzed there for a reason. Whatever. Point is, the guy who scored the goal, though, before it was taken away, he's 20 years old. Taha Brun. He's a homegrown. Worked his way up through the academy and all that good stuff. I will say this, too. He's noticed this as much as I have. It's still big. Honestly, when I look at their lineups from game to game here, the lineups are consistent, but there's one name that's absent from those lineups. Mr. Daniel Gazdag.
Yeah.
In the starting lineup.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense unless they're bringing him off the bench on purpose.
Yeah, there are other Crew fans that are more in the know, at least out there, who probably know why that he's coming off the bench constantly. But but
it's weird.
For me, it feels weird, only because I feel like it should be him, Abu Ali, and Rossi at the top.
Diego Rossi. You saw the Diego Rossi shirt 3 weeks ago. Just saying.
Yeah.
Thanks to a partner over
here. And I feel like those should be the top 3, but obviously, coach is seeing something else in practice that we're not.
Something else.
That's the only explanation.
He has to be seeing something else,
especially in practices, because I'm not there. We're not there. We don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
We're not credentialed enough to be there.
No.
But yeah, that's the other thing I've noticed from all these games is Gazdag is the one that's missing in the starting line.
Yes. So last night's game, we put, besides that goal taken away, I still don't like it. I still don't like that call.
I don't either.
I thought the Crew played a very valid effort. Okay, I really do.
Nashville had more fouls.
Nashville had more fouls and yellow cards.
Here we go. I'll bring up the stats.
Which is like, that sounds familiar. Wasn't that like last year when Nashville had more yellow cards?
Now, I will say this, though. When it comes to shots, though, we outshot them 8-6.
Okay.
Shots on goal, though, they had 3, we had 2 shots on goal.
Okay.
Possession. This is where it always still kills me, too. We murdered them in possession 58-42.
Jeez almighty. That doesn't make any sense. Like,
now, fouls, on the other hand, I think this foul counts wrong because it says 2-1, but they had 5 yellow cards.
had a lot of yellow cards.
We had 6 corner kicks. They had 3.
Yeah.
This is the other thing that kills me, too. Our corner kicking game seems to also still be lacking early in the season.
Yeah.
But I really don't know how you remedy that other than just keep trying.
You got to keep trying. That's it.
Keep trying and hope for the best.
Excuse me. There's nothing else that you can do at that point in time when it comes to corner kicking. It's either you're good at it or you need to work on it. And right now, Columbus, in my opinion, needs to work on it. Heavy.
Columbus's formation yesterday was a 4-4-2, which, again, I don't think that's the formation. That's definitely not the formation Nancy used a lot of.
No, it wasn't.
Because we always usually had 3 in the back.
Yep.
But, obviously, goalkeeper, Patrick Schulte.
Yep.
The 4 defenders we had, Camacho, Herrera, Amundsen. Midfielders, Arston, Habrun, Zawadzki, Gomez. Gomez is actually a new signing.
I thought so.
And the 2 forwards, your boy, Rossi.
Diego Rossi.
And Wessam Abu Ali.
Yeah.
And on the bench, we had Picard, Shaburko, Gazdag, Bangura, Shambo, who also made an appearance, Sadic, Hagen, another goalkeeper. Oh, they do have the... Okay, I can't say his last name. Akandanzi. But either way. Anyway, what I'm getting at here is last night's game. The crew also had their chances to score.
Plenty.
He saw it more than I did.
Plenty.
Yeah.
They had plenty of chances to score. Okay, plenty. They were there.
Yeah.
They chose not to do that. They chose not to take the opportunities they had. That's that simple.
It's tough. It's tough.
What kills me is the fact that they get 8 minutes of stoppage time, and at the 94th minute, Nashville, I think it was like the 94th minute.
90 plus 4, you're correct.
The 94th minute, Nashville gets the luckiest goal I've ever seen in my life. And after that goal, Columbus just looked so deflated.
I literally turned to Brian and I said, the guy that led the ball up, brought the ball up in the penalty area. He made some moves that Brian and I used to see a guy actually do quite frequently here before he got, sold last year. Cucho would break ankles in the penalty box.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep.
And that's what that's what we're still lacking.
Yep, still lacking. Hasn't changed. That's the same thing I told you last year. It's playmaking. Still not there. So, obviously, we lost last night 1-0.
Yeah.
And stoppage time, which losing in stoppage time to me is more irritating than losing in regular time.
Very irritating. I'd rather lose in regular time than stoppage time.
This is where you come in, because I only saw last night's game and then we saw the first game when we played Portland.
All right.
So you could talk about the first 3.
I'll rewind to Portland here to start,
because you and I watched Portland together.
Portland actually was a pretty exciting game. I will say that. It was a really exciting game from the start. In the 5th minute, right off the rip, Abu Ali scores.
Right there, yep. Yep.
We're like, Brian and I are like, is this the year?
Yeah, is this the year it's going to happen?
Is this the year? He finally breaks out.
Yep.
And then 9 minutes later, unfortunately, Portland scores. 14th minute.
Yep.
6 minutes after that, another Portland guy scores. So we're down 2-1.
Uh-huh.
And then in the 44th minute, right before halftime and stoppage time, your boy Rossi hits a nice banger.
It was a good banger.
At
least they tied it 2-2 at halftime. I was pretty pleased with that.
2-2 halftime. Second half, you just see slog fest between two teams, just trying to, still one trying to take advantage of the other and break the back line of the other.
Yep.
Oh, Brian obviously fell asleep here because he ended up going home after halftime.
Yep.
So this is where I got to see the pain of losing in regular time.
Thank God I didn't see it.
Oh, dude.
I'm seriously thankful I didn't see it.
Now, I can't recall exactly play for play, exactly how this happened, the build-up and all that. But anyway, Portland's on the charge. They get the ball in the penalty box. They take a shot. It looks like 2 guys either collide or die for the ball, and it ricochets off one. And it's just laying right there and all nice and neat in the penalty box for the next guy just to come up and whap.
Right in.
Right in.
That's painful.
88th minute.
Ow.
88th minute.
Oh.
So they lose the first game 3-2.
Still a competitive game.
It was still a very competitive game. I told Brian, I said, you know what? It's the first game of the year.
We'll accept it.
We will accept it. It was competitive. It was more competitive than I thought it would be.
Right.
Now, the next week, SKC, Sporting Kansas City.
I didn't even get to see this one at all.
I tell you, man, these chances.
So I'm seeing a common theme. We did this last season.
Oh, you know what? This is what I should do.
We did this last season while he's looking this up. The chances to win, chances to win, chances to win. And here we are again.
Going back to the Portland game, though, brief stat overview. Shots on goal, 5-4, Portland, Columbus. Shots, 11-8, Columbus, Portland.
Oh, man.
Possession was actually really tight, 51-49, Edge, Columbus.
Wow.
They say the fouls here were 5-5, but each team had a yellow card.
Yeah.
And corner kicks were 8-6, Columbus, Portland. So it was a really competitive game.
You know, that's the thing that kills me at the end of the day, too, is Columbus dominates in these stats, but then at the end of the day, in this freaking record book, it's either a loss or a draw.
Yeah.
It kills me.
Now, like I was getting to here, SKC in Kansas City.
I did not get a chance to see this game. Josh told me about the pain of it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I just want to cry. Anyway, 33rd minute, Abu Ali scores.
Nice.
We're up 1-0. 15 minutes later, Jovic for the other team scores.
Nice.
So we're tied 1-1 going into... Oh, that was after halftime. Nice. So right after halftime, Jovic scores to level the ball game 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then... your boy Rossi in the 82nd minute scores.
Nice.
We're up 2-1.
Nice.
This is where it gets painful for me because I saw this happen.
Yeah.
SKC gets called for a penalty in the penalty box. Guess who takes the penalty kick? Not your boy, Abu Ali.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I will say he hit it with pace, but I remember telling you it looked like a half-hearted Rossi shot.
Sure.
When Rossi's taking penalty kicks, it's not as fast or hard.
All right.
He took the penalty kick, and their guy saved it.
All right, go figure.
And then in the 72nd minute, Jovic scores again. We're tied 2-2. So technically, 72nd minute,
yep,
he scored first. So they were tied 2-2. They were tied 2-2 for the longest time. And then I want to say it was 85 or 86th minute is when they went to video review for that penalty. And they called the penalty on SKC. We had a chance to go up 3-2. And he missed the penalty kick. So we end that game in a tie.
This is going to be, I'm telling you right now, it just feels like this is the way our season is going to go.
Shots on goal. 5-4 Columbus SKC. Shots 11-8 Columbus SKC.
Dude.
Possession. 55-45 Columbus SKC.
Dude, why?
This one actually shocked me a little bit, but they were both teams were physical. Fouls 13-10 Columbus SKC.
Okay.
Columbus had 2 yellow cards. SKC had 1. Corner kicks were even at 4-4.
Okay, that's good.
And also, we were called for 2 offsides.
Oh, nice. Go figure. Nice. You know, that feels like that's the common theme with us anymore. Is we get called for offsides a lot.
And that's what took the goal away we should have had yesterday.
Dude, ridiculous.
So now the last game I get to recap is what did I tell? I can't remember the word exactly. I told you, but a rifling 0-0 draw to Chicago.
That's nuts.
Obviously nobody scored, so there's not really much to talk about that other than...
Of course not.
Columbus did have their chances.
Again.
Possession was evenly matched, 50-50.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Okay.
We had more shots than them by 11-8. Shots on goal, 4-2.
Okay.
Fouls, 11-8.
Oh, wow.
These teams, though, 4 yellow cards for Chicago, 3 for us. They had 4 offsides. We had 1. Corner kicks, we had 7. They had 3.
So mighty.
I'm telling you, man, the corner kick game is what kills me.
Uh-huh.
And each team had 2 saves. But
oh, man.
It's just, that game was so brutal to watch. It was their home opener also, but.
0-0 draw. Go figure.
And a 0-0.
And added there's your 0-2 start.
Yes.
So who do they got for the next 3 games? Next 3 to 5 games, if you want to tell.
I will be able to tell you here in half a second.
So we could kind of see what kind of pain we're going to be in. I know we don't play FC Cincinnati for a long time. So.
I'm not ready for this, though. All right, so upcoming. Actually, next 2 games are on the road, actually. At Toronto.
Oh, boy.
At Atlanta United.
Oh, boy.
The one team I did tell you plays indoors.
Yeah, it was the one indoors team.
And Orlando City, who, by the way, I did not know this until I read it yesterday. They fired their head coach.
Did they fire their head coach?
Already.
Wow, this early?
Yep.
Oh, boy, that's not necessarily good. So a couple road games, huh?
Couple road games, couple road games and the home game. All on Apple TV.
All of it. Exclusively on Apple TV. I really want to see them turn this thing around.
I do too, man. I'm dying for a turnaround.
You know, we got to do something because this is not Columbus Crew. This is not Columbus Crew football, as they like to call it overseas.
Right.
Soccer. This is not Columbus Crew soccer at all.
No.
You know, if I know we're spoiled with Wilfred and Nancy, we would have 2 wins by now, at least at the bare bone minimum.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe.
But we wouldn't have 2 losses. I'm telling you right now.
I don't think this early in the season
we
would have 2 losses.
So, I'm pained right now. Pray they turn it around, you know.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Again, new coach, new system, new philosophy, everything, you know. Now, he's still, like I said earlier, though, he still is using some of Nancy's philosophy in his game planning. So, possession,
right,
that sort of thing. But it comes down to the players, though. Ultimately, they've got to execute, play, execute, just keep grinding.
Sure,
they got to keep grinding.
Is that all you got, buddy?
That's all I have because, like I said, that's why. Had they won last night, I really wouldn't do it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
That's just where we're at.
I totally get it, dude.
Now, I will briefly mention, though, for our rivals, Cincinnati.
FC Cincinnati, they play 2:30.
They do play at 2:30 today.
Yeah. Exclusively on Apple TV.
Are they?
Yeah, they're on Apple TV.
Okay. Side note, though. They're playing in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Or
league, whatever.
Whatever you want to call it.
And they did beat Tigres 3-0.
Oh.
In the first leg.
Oh.
The second leg will be next Thursday.
Right.
And if they win that game, they'll be in the Elite Eight of the championship thing.
You know what they say here in Columbus, right? Fuck Cincinnati. Let's go, Crew. Fuck Cincinnati.
Yeah. Just keeping an eye on our rivals.
All right. Good. So that covers that. So we're going to take ourselves a break. Like I said, we have a lot to get to here today. So coming up next,
NASCAR.
And lots of it. 3 weeks worth of it.
This is where I get to sit back and listen to him.
3 weeks worth of this stuff. And I will also have updated point standings for you as well.
Wait to hear that.
And then we will also, when we come back, we'll do NASCAR and we'll do NFL free agency. We'll do that in a block, take a break, and then we'll do a 30-minute on MLB. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hang tight.